The Tale of the Lady of Fach. On the Black Mountain lived a dreamer, a poet, and a romantic, whose job was to look after his mother's cows. One day he saw a herd of small white cattle grazing on the meadow sweet that grew around the edge of Fach, and standing in the water was a girl, plaiting her red hair. He felt an urge to give her a gift, but all he had was his lunch, so he offered her some stale bread. She took one look at the bread, grinned like a Cheshire cat, told him he'd have to try a lot harder than that, rounded up her cows, and vanished beneath the water. The young man was entranced. He decided to impress her with softer bread, so he asked his mother for some unbaked dough and sat by the lake and waited. The milk-white cattle appeared, followed by the girl, who was nibbling watercress. He offered her the dough, but she stared at him, shook her red head, laughed, and vanished, cows and all. The young man was entirely enchanted. All he needed was bread that was neither hard nor soft, and she would be his. His mother made him some lightly baked muffins, and he sat by the lake and waited. When she appeared, he offered her a muffin, which she sniffed, nibbled, and then gobbled. He begged her to be his wife. She looked bemused, wiped the crumbs from her mouth, and said that if she ever received 3 unfortunate blows in any way other than love, she would leave him forever. He said he would rather sever his hand than strike her, so the marriage was agreed. She bought a dowry of cattle and counted them out of the water. Time passed. She raised 3 sons and taught them about the medicinal properties of water and the curative nature of herbs. But she rarely smiled and never laughed. There was a melancholy about her. At a christening, she told the mother of the child that the child would die before his 5th birthday. The young man gripped her arm and told her not to be so miserable, for this was a celebration. She freed herself and told him that this was the first unfortunate blow. At a wedding she burst into tears, for she thought the couple were doomed to unhappiness. The young man held her by the shoulders and told her this was a time to smile. That was the second unfortunate blow. At a funeral she burst out laughing, for her friend was now free of worldly cares. The young man pushed her out of the church and told her to pull herself together. The third, final, and unfortunate blow. She whistled her cattle, the brindled, bold, freckled, spotted, white-speckled, four-mottled, old white-faced, even the little black calf suspended on a hook. They followed her back to the lake, leapt in, and vanished. The young man raised his sons alone, and they grew into fine young men. One day their mother appeared and told them they were to use their knowledge of herbs and water to care for others. They developed cures for aches and pains, charms for melancholy and miseries, potions for gloom and despondency, and they became the most famous healers in Wales. But they never cured their mother, for indeed there was nothing wrong with her.